So there's a YouTube channel by the name of Game Over Jess, which tends to make videos related to Zelda, discuss it. However, I recently watched one of these top 10 things that Nintendo want to use to forget. And they all, their material might be the best thing that Zelda series I've ever seen. But these top 10 Nintendo things tend to be terrible. Like, some of them don't even make sense. So, some of Nintendo doesn't really have any feelings for in terms of when to use for them. So I want to discuss a couple of them. The first one is Twilight Princess, which originally wanted to do. There was absolutely no reason they wanted you to forget this, considering that they did this, that they changed Wind Waker 2 to Twilight Princess based on fan demand. So this is just beyond stupid, and not a good reason. Wind Waker eventually got its sequel through Phantom Hourglass, and they say that Phantom Hourglass was sort of a sequel. It is a full sequel to Wind Waker. Same Link, Tetra, the sailing, it's all there. But there's really no reason Nintendo would want you to forget this. It only proves that they listen to fans. That's why Twilight Princess exists. Because Nintendo listens to fans. Onward to the next one. This one's about Zelda Era, the infamous DLC that was supposed to come out on the Nintendo 64 DD. The DD completely failed outside of Japan, so they ended up not releasing it, and therefore the expansion pack was cancelled. There's no reasons they want to forget this. In fact, they use a lot of elements of Zelda era and later Zelda games. If they really wanted to forget it, then they wouldn't even bring it up again. But they do, constantly. Well, not constantly, but enough times that we know that they care about the game. At this point, there was no reason for them to release it. What's the point? It was supposed to be DLC, that's literally it. If they wanted to release it, they would just, I don't know, from what it sounds like, it just spent, there's no reason to give it its own game, right? Right? Anyway, it's not something that Nintendo wants to forget. They know that the fans know that they never released the game, and they're fully aware of that. Whether they're released or not, who knows? But since, I guess I can't really say much about this, but basically, yeah, they don't want you to forget that, because they knew we were not going to forget, and there was no point to convince people that it's been released. It just doesn't make sense. This one's pretty quiet. They're exclusive for a reason. And this one, while this is probably true, things change in development, and this channel doesn't understand that. Throwing shade saying that Nintendo doesn't care about the timeline, or does it think about their games and don't even know what's going on. See, things change. Twilight Force Heroes was and is a game made to keep people and wait for Breath of the Wild. And things, like I said, things change in development. And the game of really not being a placement really has nothing to do with Nintendo's gaming development. They just didn't think of it at the time, but changed their minds when they decided to make it a sequel of Link Between Worlds, one of the most popular Zelda games ever. And it makes sense. Give them crap about about not originally deciding to put it on in the timeline. It's just dumb and stupid, and that kind of desperate to give Nintendo shit about not about the timeline. According to the comments, this book that was released, Zelda's Encyclopedia or whatever, was not made by Nintendo themselves. Therefore, this entire book is invalid. This is probably, yeah, this is true, but Nintendo doesn't care about the timeline. They're more worried about the game and the development itself than the experience, rather than trying to please everything the fans want. It only started a timeline thing to please fans, but other than that, I mean, that time was not what they were worried about when developing this game, so again, trying to call Nintendo out about the timeline is just stupid. I want to skip the Captain N one, because it basically just falls on the last two, but all 80s and 90s commercials look bad. Well, most of them, especially for the game related ones, so saying that Nintendo's the only one with awful 80s and 90s commercials is a stretch. Seriously. Even Sonic and Mario had horrible commercials. This can be summed up pretty easily. This is why Nintendo pretty much doesn't allow other companies, third party, to handle their material. The cartoon CDI and Mario movie and the Mario cartoon, all the reasons contributing to why Nintendo doesn't let people handle their content, and that's all that can be said for that. Captain N, all the characters handled horribly. Mega Man looked awful, Pit looked awful, Link was really bad for some reason, and Zelda looked weird, but Captain N was very popular until the very end, when people developing the cartoon couldn't pay for the third party content anymore, and then that's the only reason why Link and Pit, I think, were removed off of it, because they couldn't pay for the content anymore. And this is my video on it. If I'm wrong about something, please let me know, but I just felt like I wanted to talk about this. So, I'll see you in the next video. If you're wondering what I'm doing in this video, this is a video I was working on about myth hunting, and I might upload it soon. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.